Talk Your Talk with Dale D. Boyce, where your opinion matters and the conversation is always open. On The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Relentless search for luxury, in search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world.
Keep it locked to The Street 919 FM, your number one station for political insight and analysis.
Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously.
Of course, it is 22 minutes, past the hour of 2 o'clock. I want to say good afternoon going out to each and every one of you, for those of you that are locked on and listening to us on the Street 919 FM. I want to say good afternoon to you. I am going to just jump in on the live one time for those of you all that are in on. Just get in and jump in. I have some stuff here to show you all this afternoon. Oh gosh, I'm fighting up here. I think I need somebody to help me with my phone. Yeah, by service provider fighting here, trying to get some whole day interactions yesterday and I had no internet. 342-00814665391. Yeah, and it's been a tough day. You know, I want all you to understand something, eh? You see, in this life, love people, eh? In this life, even if somebody get upset, don't let it govern you. Because you never know. Yesterday, I left here, and I had some things doing, and in the midst of it all, I lost my I lost my service. I didn't have any service. Call the provider. The provider told me to do a kind of tralala, and it was crazy. So I was disconnected from the world for at least about 6 to 7 hours. Had a meeting to go to, came back, and when I arrived home, the messages started to run in because it connected to the Wi-Fi. And when I started to see all the notifications and stuff, and I saw some phone calls, and I saw that one of my family members is in a coma. He went into a coma yesterday. Just like that. And it's one of my favorites too. You know, and I'm just there like, wow, in an instant, because I spoke to him sometime before, just a little time before the process of the day, and then all of a sudden, boom, he in a coma. That's how it goes. 342-00814665391. I believe I have callers on the line here. Caller, good afternoon, welcome. Caller, good afternoon. All right, caller, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
I don't know if I'm late on the program or what. I just have this here on Facebook.
Now you're in time.
In time. All right. So I saw you play 2 clips with the Prime Minister, right? my contribution today, while it sounds good what the Prime Minister is saying, right? From experience and living in that area or grow up in that area, or just a certain area with the same people you're talking about, right? They are one of the biggest problems of that, what you're talking about. And I'll explain. Election is coming. They give the same black youth, the same man who's speaking, the Prime Minister, right? And it's key, right? When they come around for votes, because it's about votes, right? They give these guys this contract, knowing very well they do not have the skill to be at the head of that contract, right? And then they know there is a gang issue. So when they give one gang, the contract, they don't give the other, right? They are creating that problem with a view to come after and say they want to fix it after to look good, right? And I've seen that from a little fella to now, right? So it sounds good, all these programs they put, but in one vein, they pretend to be helping, right? But in the other vein, they are the biggest destroyer of these communities. That is what I see growing up in this community. And you see, old folks, it's about time they stop the foolishness. Let the young minds bring their ideas forward. Stop telling them they're born PNM or they're born UNC or whatever. By doing that, we will never get change, my brother. That is why we have the same politicians for the past when just recycling. Because if you continue to put in the young mind's brain that this is how it is, don't bring nothing new. This is how it is. That is why we're having this problem. The other day, the place was so nice. As soon as they start back the foolishness with this contracting to the people who shouldn't be running the contract, that is what start back the killing, my brother. That is what started back. And if people true to themselves, right, they could go and check what I am saying. I said to some youths the other day, I say, I'm a black brother, just like you are born and grew in this area, right? And I'm going to say this, because this is the reality of our country. We like to talk about the 1%ers or whoever. So I break it down to them. I say there's a circle. I'm going to cut it in half. So we have the have-nots and the haves, right? And I ask them why it is we not open our eyes. They had a bloody weekend just recently. I say, do we have anybody from on this side that was just murdered in this 15 or 16 people? And the answer is no. I say, open our eyes, my brother. They continue to bond together, right? Together with a system that the said Prime Minister is saying the richest to get richer, and then when scraps basically the have not will get, right? So we need to open our eyes as they have not, and our community, right? I'll use the word community, just like that will have a community, and let it open our eyes and start to bond together. We are only killing out one another for what? You understand? So it all sounds good when it come on a platform, and I'm not on no side of my brother. I'm speaking it how I'm seeing it. Look, my paws raised. I have a passion for these things. You know why? My children had to grow up in this country, and I grew up in this same area, and we had great times. Now we're telling you a man can walk from Nelson Street at the top to the bottom and Nelson Street. Because why? They're in gang thing, and because these politicians continue to put that in the youth's head. And I was privy to see that I wouldn't call name for whoever. A politician came up where my mom lived and take the people from the front, right, and carry them to the back, right, to get them contract in a box screen. What you just did there, when you do that, what happened to the people in the back? Not they're going to fight the post in front, because that's in the back by me. Why you bringing the post from the front? If it was a contract in the front, you wouldn't take them and bring them in front. So people need to understand, and we have to be real, my brother. We have to talk this thing real and stop butter it up because we like PNM or we like UNC. The only how our country is going to come back, we have to face the thing real and straight on and stop buttering it up, right? And as I say, our black brothers, I don't know how to get over to them again. I will continue to talk alongside I have a little influence to talk to them, right? But we need to open our eyes this side of the fence. If we have not, we need to open our eyes. I don't want to stay too long again. Leave some for somebody else. But that's my contribution this afternoon, my brother.
All right. Blessings. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I was listening to Pastor Google when the Prime Minister is calling on black people to put down the gun. We have two political leaders running the country, PNM and the UNC. And Ms. Kamala say everybody must have a gun in the country. Who causing everybody to have a gun now? Thank you very much.
Who's causing everyone to have a gun? That's the question. Caller, good Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. Good afternoon, caller. Yes.
People keep talking about what Dr. Rowley said about the 1% and making them richer. Is it that they're now getting rich? Or were they rich before for all the successive parties that passed by, including the one prior to Dr. Rowley? So why are they hampering under that statement? He just brings it to awareness. But it was always there. They was always getting richer. And whenever they expand their business, then the poor will get a little slice out of it if you're looking at it that way. So, I mean, people get all that. They was always rich, and they didn't get rich in the last 9 years. From Dr. Rowley, okay? Right.
342-008-146-65391. Yesterday I had plans, I had plans to share a video with you all, and I feel I'm going to do that. Let me just send the video over. And I think that this is the kind of governance that we need, or this is what I believe that we should start doing. Because for high time, there's been a lot of things that has been taking place. A lot of things has been taking place, and we're just not doing anything about it. Nothing is being done. Let's see what's happening here. Where is that video? I had it there. And I love the energy. I love the what was being done. Because that's what we need. For high time, there have been a lot of people that that have gotten away with nonsense. They were able to do a lot of things, not deliver, and it's been a cool scene. It has been a cool scene for a very long while. Talking about contractors getting money and not fulfilling the obligation, dragging their hand. I can't find this video. I'm going to take calls in the meantime. 342-008-146-65391. Look, I find the video here. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Dale.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, for a few days, Trinidad and Tobago are here, man. But there's listening. And today's program sounds like a program well to come in. I want to take it from... I was outside doing some cleaning and some provision, so I didn't hear your full start. But the program it come on the same level like how Google program went on. Well, it's a Google program too. And the fact here is that I want to put down something. You tell me that you make no advertisement. There's not an advertisement, please. But there is a question in this country right now to a man who would understand the politics to some extent. You say something there that in a way that the governance of Trinidad and Tobago need a little change. And not little too much, what it needs change. I've been putting out something, and I don't know how much people really get in it. But the electorate, my brother, these we people who doing the electing. Dr. Rowley said something about scattered. Oh, I think I get some program just now. It was something Google said. But we scattered when we have to vote. If we organize our vote, this is a piece of statement for saying just now, and this is what I'm saying all the time, that the electorate must come and make a body of our organization, so that even though we elected representatives or whatever it is we have to represent within space and time, we as the electorate have an organization that we could send in members into Parliament to, according to Bataria, to lobby for us in Parliament aside from the two organizations that is there, because we are not going to get rid of those two organizations. I don't care what nobody say, because those two organizations, they are mixed between the African and the Indian. They're there to stay. If either one win now or the next one win the other, we as a elector are supposed to be in the center there now to have at least a few people, I say 12, inside of the Parliament to see about our business, even though plenty of us will elect people to government. And this must happen to make the start of the change of the governance in Trinidad, because this long-time colonial attitude what they want to give it. And we start to deal with conglomerates on top, and people dealing with them conglomerates for we, and it's not working out for we, the electorate, the villagers, the people who down the ground. And until we get that position right, we will be wobbling in this racial mud, which we want badly to get away from. And I will pause there because I want to hear everybody, because a city piece, and I'm sending out the organization and doing President Trinidad and Tobago out here. I will do my best to see if I can host it, and you will have good, but it's out there. Let us do something as Trinidad and Tobago people, electorate. Let us form an organization so that we could put a council in Parliament of a few members. Okay, thank you. I will say again when the time comes. I don't want to take up all this time. I will understand it, and thank you for the moment in time, Brother Dale and Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
All right, President. I will say, and I want you all to join in on the live for me for just to come and watch this. And I was saying to myself when I saw this video, I was like, wow, imagine if we started to operate like that in this country, what it would be like. Take a look at this. Let me see. Make sure that you'll, right. Let me see. Take a look at this.
This is all for your information and urgent action.
Did they reply?
No.
Did you reply to that?
No, sir.
So then you want to work. It's as simple as that. So, demobilize off the site. You're not on this project anymore. We can't keep you here. Y'all do all the calculations to make sure they don't have any money for us, or pull the bond, or whatever the case is. And Chairman and Engineer, by 3 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to make a submission of a short list so we can get a contractor to finish this project. I will keep you on the job if you take your car and drive to the end of the road and come back. I'll wait right here and I'll keep you on the job. Take your car and drive and go in and come back out.
No, I can't drive on that road.
Well, then you can't keep the work. Because these people can't drive the car and go in and come back, and you're holding them up. If you drive your car and go down to the back and come back, you will finish the road. If you can't do it, then you can't stay on this job. I'm putting somebody else to do it. It's straightforward like that. We got to operate with principle. You got this job since August. This is now heading to August, and you're at 45%.
The situation was similar as it relates to the rehabilitation of a bridge connecting Zilot North to Tushin North, as well as Forest Cross Street, Arakari. To address this delay, Ejel assured the residents that alternative measures will be implemented.
No, they had wood and sticks and so on in the asphalt. I saw it with my own eyes.
force aggregate.
So, Chairman and Engineer, y'all come to me by 3 o'clock this afternoon with 5 contractors who are mobilized in the area and who got capacity and would have had the experience of doing work of a similar nature. And we will do a short list and we will get this project executed. As a ministry, we have to take responsibility for the inconvenience and the difficulty that you are facing. The intent was that we should have brought relief to you by building the road, because when we embark on a road project, it's to improve the lives of people. But to the contrary, it would appear that we have made life more difficult.
The government has adopted a
So I want you all to see that. Imagine that we go and we start dealing with contractors who are supposed to deal with stuff for this country. How it would be, how sweet it will be. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That is in Guyana. That was sometime last year. In Trinidad and Tobago, you think any minister could pull up on any site and tell, and there is no permanent secretary there, right? So he tell the contractor, he tell the engineer to find 5 contractors and bring them into his office. You think, was the minister, Mr. Sinanan, in front of any media person, could tell the engineer and the supervisor, bring 5 contractors down in Port of Spain in my office and I go decide who I give any work to? You know what happened? All now they calling for Sinanan and the Prime Minister to fire him one time. But that is corruption. How the minister could tell contractors to come down to his office to have a discussion to finish. I understand the gentleman's concept in Guyana, but this is Trinidad. There are rules and policy. First thing, you have a thing called a permanent secretary. Before the minister talk to the contractor, the minister I could put 10 ministers in that position. The permanent secretary, always the boss, because him or her was there 10 years or 15 years before the minister come there. So the boss is really the permanent secretary. The minister role is to carry out the government policy and vision to move the country forward. That is what our man trying to do. But at the end of the day, in Trinidad and Tobago, it can't work so, brother. Right? Enjoy your evening.
I hear what you're saying. But why we have to say that it's corruption? I don't think that is corruption. And there's an open discussion, eh? But I don't believe that is corruption. Because, anyhow, caller, good afternoon, welcome. I'll go to my point just now.
Deal. I go there to you.
Hey, go there to you as well.
You know what I realize in Trinidadians? Nothing is good for those who nothing is bad. You know what I'm telling you? Because when you try to change things and put things into the right perspective, in a sense, as we see up there, you understand? And everything is possible. These things is where this way is where we're supposed to be going. But we have permanent secretary, we have this, we have that, we have the other. What all this is all about? You want to bring 5 contractors and that's one you put there because the work is not going on. That is just what going on. We live in our life for hire. We're not letting our dreams, we're not coming together for our dreams or the upliftment of the country to go forward to come true. All we're doing is waiting for people to hire. We have fixed the problems and we're not doing nothing. We'll just say, we have to have a body inside there. Some people who will stand up for us. Because these people are the only want power, you know. A little group of people, you know, ruling us for power. They're doing what they want with the treasury, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're making their own decision, and we have nothing to say. You understand? So we keep on doing that, and the country will get more worse, my friend. You understand? Unless we come together and put our visions out there, we will go nowhere. So it's time to put policy in our line. Let us we put in our policy in the parliament. We have a body in parliament. You understand? We don't want that. We want this. The people don't want that. The people don't want this. We are more. We is who controlling the country. We is the country. So when these kind of thing happen, you talk about nothing Trinidad and nothing Trinidad. We don't want nothing good. You understand? Because we only believe in bad things. You know, the bad thing is nothing for us. It come like good things. So where we going? Where we really going? We have to start to do something. Put the foot down and do something instead of letting people make our own decisions for us. Because I realize people, when the country have a problem, we're looking for an next party to solve the problem, to put them there. And the same problem, we bring back a party to solve it. What are we really doing? We're really going. We live in the present. We live in the present like we live in is our past, you know. So when the next generation come our past, what we do? What we do? We do nothing. Just keep putting our party there and putting our next party there and putting our next party there. Like, you know, we hired. And I will tell you something, I will tell everybody something. When anybody hire you to bring their genes to reality, because fire anytime. You understand? People neglect me who they using. But they will love and give everything to the partner, to the family, to the friends. We is nothing. So let us fight for ourselves and some fighting for party and start to make the country go forward. It's a serious thing. We're going down, we're not going down, we're going down. And stop defending party and the policy and things like we start putting on a policy. If they're going to pay infrastructure to build a building, look, that building can wait. This community, that community, and this other community need help. They need the jail officer put the money there. The first priority of any government is to develop the communities. What are you telling about? What are you telling about party and policy? My friend will go there.
3420814665391. To me, there's a time when there's a line that is drawn, and sometimes we have to know when to draw the line. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
How you going?
Eddie, cool. What's up?
I get it. Based on our video, I see, right? Let me tell you why that don't have no bubble on it, right? That man clearly tell our contractor, if he can't get the work done, he need to leave and he need to assemble other contractor. Now let me tell you why I feel. If that had bubble on it, right? And he was getting a kickback, he would have never want a contractor to leave that site. He would have kept him till day to die kingdom come. Think about that what I'm telling you there. Right? So which means that man don't have no cocoa in his son. Otherwise you would have keep that contractor there and tell him you continue working and whatever you done next 10, 20 years, no problem. Because he get any cut. Now he not getting no cut. That's why he tell him to pack up and leave. So people need to understand that. However, in Trinidad, you'll never see that happening in Trinidad. And I seen an article at the time, you see all the road and all the street are paving. They had to name it after the contractor and them. So when they mash up and they break up, but they get a quick cut back, the people don't know who built it. And even just quickly talk about Guyana. People have to admire Guyana have a president and a prime minister. We have a president and a prime minister. The president that we see there, we see nothing like compared to the Guyana president. Like they purchase 50,000 coconut tree. They diversifying their oil. They may say, only studying the oil, they're studying their agriculture, shrimp, bauxite, rice, sugar, egg farm, shrimp farm. What did they be doing in this country, deal? Nothing. I can remember the last 9 years about here what they say they're diversifying. We're really selling and piping out everything in this country and depending on gas, steel, and depending on oil. Nothing else you see positive in this country. And we have a big ammonia plant in this country to produce fertilizer for farmers. So you just tell me that just to show you, well, we could never compare yourself to Guyana. Guyana will spit on we just now, right? And look at the oil that they're getting, and look at the diversifying still. What it is we doing? Only taxing all these citizens and not fixing nothing. All the infrastructure, all the road, all the gas, all the food prices, everything in a mess deal. Take part in here. And who are banging the juice in the head and they don't want to accept that? Well, the children go to feel the brunt of that if they give these people our next 5 years again. Take quite a here deal. Thanks very much and good program.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, dear.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I see your patience is be tried very well. Because with all the common sense, you just still have to bear some of that madness that is take place in front of your ears when the day comes. Then, economics and civil matters is a complicated thing. Since time immemorial, man struggling with infrastructure and civil development. I don't know what happened with the fellas nowadays. Like they just like to just forget everything. You know, you're just naive and complacent about how your life is running, and you just go in Vike. Trinidad, I'm telling you, is the last paradise on earth. I don't mind the glitter you're seeing in Dubai, New York, Paris, and places like that. The frustration that exists there, we are seeing that here. I why plenty people down here could go and run off the mouth and brabba and talk a set of foolishness. They haven't seen the evil that lurks out there. And believe me, if they see it, actually they will be singing a different song. We have so much to be thankful for in Trinidad and Tobago. But we're taking it for granted. The ones that causing all the pain and suffering for families, these people they don't have the knowledge and mind to see what they're doing. The same thing as what Christ said. Forgive them, they know not what they do. They don't know. They don't know. They're just acting out things. And then we trying to say, well, who will teach what? But believe me, media out there giving you all kind of ideas, and mine is very impressionable. You see this video game with Gran Turismo, the kind of violence you see on those things. I remember up in the States, it had a young fella went and see Batman. He go and put on a cape and jump off some doggone height, tell himself he will fly like Batman. I used to tell you the kind of impressionable state the human mind is in. We have to pay attention to that. You'll hear the magician tell you, the hand is quicker than the eye. You will sit down and look at something over and over, but until you put your hands to that and fashion yourself to that and get the wisdom and understanding of how it operates.
Leave it there. We're going to pay some bills and come back.
Right.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. As we transition into summer, we continue to talk politics, current events, entertainment, and what's trending while balancing the talk with some of your favorite tunes, both old and new. Our purpose is to keep you informed and edify you, as well as to give you food for thought on the current affairs of this nation and the world. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM every day, all day. Our on-air numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Street 919 FM. YouTube, IWER TV.
The Street 919 FM. Shed it live.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM.
Hey, you drink Magnum, hold the vibes and crack one. Take charge with Magnum, build the vibes with Magnum. They say all rum is that we don't deal with. Magnum is energy when you need it. Take charge anytime, anyway. With Figure-ton 2, it's power for days. When you crack one, take charge. And when you drink one, take charge. You need a next one, take charge. Magnum tonic wine. What is that, babe? Must be 18 years and over to consume. Drink responsibly.
Tune into The Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. for the program Conscious Talk.
Emancipation cannot be a one-day dress-up in African card event. It has to be a serious process in which resources are provided to our people to ensure they are emancipated. You cannot develop on handouts. That's another form of domination and control. When programs and policies are put in place so that you can develop economically, so that you can become business people, then and only then we can begin to talk about economic development.
Conscious Talk.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, oh God. Oh God, as we pray. Oh.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795-222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your glory.
This is Natural Health Solution, where we offer a range of holistic services. Or HemoView, which is a deep dive into blood detection, both live and dry assessment, or BioResonance full body assessment, or full body lymphatic detoxification, or physical therapies include back, neck, and shoulder massage, sciatic nerve compression, and more. Our new beauty line includes both facial, mole and tag removal, and much more. Join us every Tuesday at 8:05 to 8:35 right here on the Street 91.9. Call our numbers is 222-2189. That number again is 222-2189.
Share the lawn.
live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
All right, so we're back on the inside. I want to say good afternoon and welcome to all of you that are locked on and listening. The phone lines are back open, 342-0081, 466-5391. I see some people saying that, it's corruption based on what we were just discussing. I don't see it as that. I don't believe it as being that. 1% message and said the 1% is in charge. And we'll hook them back up soon. Plus all the concert for the year, 1%. Check the promotion. Just to keep what? Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't believe that this you know, the thing about it is we always keep complaining about certain things that happen. The roads ain't fixed, this and that, this and the other and the other and the other, and we're going down the line. But when it's time to do something, all of a sudden we become constitutionally correct. All of a sudden we become constitutional okay in terms of we fully know the law now. And we because of the law stops us from taking certain lines of action. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Bill.
Good afternoon.
The guy before spoke about diversification. But I have to ask, who stopped the smelter? Right? Mr. Manning had 100 acres of agricultural land in Chagaramas. When the UNC came into power, they scrapped it. Alexander got 50 acres, so he going to plant onion. I understand allegedly that he's paving it. We could never compare ourselves with Guyana. Guyana is 80 times bigger than Trinidad, with soil different to Trinidad. So we cannot make it equivalent. And then again, Guyana don't yet have a point leases. That is why we need gas to keep point leases, because the day that same point leases collapse, no matter what we have to diversify like any other industry, we will be under real pressure. And if this guy don't understand nothing, because agriculture, look how many young men get land to do agriculture down Chatham, 5 acres, down point, down in the south side. Hearing that. And I believe fellas really don't understand. They don't listen. The mind bend on one direction. And no matter how the wind blow, that is the direction the head will bend on. Thank you.
All right. I hear you. Reading some comments here, and it's very interesting. One person says, Dale. In fact, Delano James says, Dale, if it can't happen. You could say what you want. Guyana don't have a group of people who want to mash up the country. They don't have a UNC. Caller, good afternoon, welcome. Not your volume very low.
Yeah, no?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The waterfront in any country is the citizens' own. Nobody don't own the waterfront. Look like that. This place they put down Chagaramas. It has nothing to do with the sea. You understand? It has nothing to do with the beach. You go and you stay down, you think. They could have put that anyway. They don't come and they take Chagaramas just so.
But what place you talking about?
Down Chagaramas. Let's call it the ski and the people are going and slide down in water and all kind of things. I forget what it's called, about 7 some.
Right.
Gosh.
So where you wanted them to put it?
You could have put that anyway. That has nothing to do with the beach. You know, in salt water? No. You're building from the beach from there? No. You could have put that anyway. Why they come and occupy our beach, our waterfront? Why?
So then we shouldn't have Hyatt in front of the waterfront either.
Huh?
So then what you're saying is we shouldn't have Hyatt in front of the waterfront either.
That waterfront is the port. I'm talking about our beaches. You understand? Shagaramas are beautiful. You used to take a bus and go down Shagaramas and you can enjoy yourself.
But isn't the beach like a tourist destination? Like trying to Call good afternoon, welcome.
Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
How are you doing today, Dale?
Are they cool? What's up?
How are you today?
I'm good.
I am splendid. I am splendiferous, tremendous, marvelous, fantastic, and spectacular, Dale. Dale, when is Emancipation Day in Trinidad and Tobago? I know.
Right around the corner.
Listen to this. All right, so Dale, you know that? You know, Dale, if I was living in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, I don't think I would have celebrated Emancipation Day.
I know why.
Thanks, Dale. Thanks for asking me the question. Dale, hear why, eh? You see, Prime Minister changed Emancipation Day to Africa. And the same man said to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that he could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. The Emancipation Support Committee don't have half a acre land to celebrate Emancipation Day. And Dale, you had the director of Emancipation Day on your program. Did she say anything about African Emancipation Day?
No.
Did she ever say that? She never said that, right? And I want to congratulate her for never say that. You know why she was correct? Secondly, Dale, how could Prime Minister Rowley change the name from Emancipation Day to African Emancipation Day and he didn't even consult with a half of a person from the Emancipation Support Committee? I don't understand that. So I am saying, Dale, the Emancipation Support Committee, does someone now have to come and do a protest? Because most people in Trinidad and Tobago know that Prime Minister Rowley is a transaction leader. And I want the BRPNM. You know what is the BRPNM, Dale? Dale.
I don't even want to try and forget it.
All right, no. Let me give it to you. I want the black RPNM. That is the BRPNM.
You upgrade them?
The BRPNM to come out and make a state on them to say to the Prime Minister Rowley, you change the name because the Emancipation Support Committee still don't have no land there. Land is the basis of everything. Malcolm X said, right? Land caused many.
Yeah, Santa break up. Yes, Santa break up Wall Street. Wall Street, you hear me?
Black on that one piece. Take. Yeah, you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, no. It was breaking up just now.
All right, let me close there. I want to say the Emancipation Support Committee doesn't even have half an acre land from the RPNM under a black Prime Minister who stated he could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago. Dale, it is sad, Dale, very sad. And I'm going to close with this, Dale. Dale, I want all the BRPNM who they don't talk about the 26% of black people living below the poverty line under the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley. Yet, Kamala Persal reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3%. When Prime Minister Rowley came into office, there was 17.3% of black people living below the poverty line. Under his watch, it went up to 26%. 26.3% and over 50% increase. And I want all the BRP on them, all they go and fact check it now. All they only coming and hemming and hoeing and coming with all the rhetorics. I mean rhetoric, and already prove the facts to be, prove it to be false now. Put on fake news on it. Dale, I thank you very kindly, and you have a splendiferous rest of the day. Dale, I ain't see you on your emancipation guard yet, you know. What are you waiting for?
I never put it on that. Sorry, I don't need to put it on. I have on my emancipation clothes. I have on my emancipation clothes.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Dale.
Good afternoon.
Good to see that you are out again. Thank God. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Dale, if I want to help someone, because I don't like what is happening in their organization, you shouting at the road, you know, I'm going to help you. A lot of people talking about emancipation and the Stephen Association and so on. But nobody's going to say, let's help you get a place, right? And I'm not, the lady came on. I heard part of information that she was given out, but I did not hear her asking for a place. This is no time. This is time for unity. And if you think that they need to have a place to carry on their function and not in the savannah, let's talk to them. That's what people do. If you want to help somebody, let's do it. And if, of course, he wouldn't be in the Emancipation Village. He's in New York. He's in New York. But what have you sent to the people of Trinidad, of Laventille? And did you ask them to put down the gun at any time? Let's help our people move forward. If you want to help the African people, be positive and send out the money and the advice. If you can't do the advice, send out an advisor. Pay for one down here. I'm tired of people just being negative, complaining, and they're not giving you some strategy or some way forward. All we're doing is condemning our people. Let's move our people forward. Have a good afternoon, Dave.
Same to you. Same to you. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, good evening.
Oh, that is my ears day.
Listening to, I just tuning in time to hear Wall Street talking. Wall Street, how they just calling it. And, I feel what the Prime Minister do for we to have African Emancipation Day, I feel that we are observe it at all, We have Indian arrival, we have Diwali, we have Eid, we have all different holidays, and the Prime Minister see it fit to make the African thing announced, not just Emancipation Day, but African Emancipation Day. And we kicking against that. I don't know, but Monsieur Dale, have a blessed and productive future ahead of you. Doing what you know to do to the best of your ability, continue to do it in God's holy name. No other name but the name of the Most High God. Amen. Have a blessing.
I received that. Thank you very much. Caller, good afternoon.
Black Emancipation Day. Coming on to election time. 9 days, don't talk.
KFC, yeah, they do better than that. I'm not hearing you properly. Go down your radio. Caller, good afternoon, welcome. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Money, the saying, good. You hearing me?
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
When Patrick Manning said to in arrival there for everybody, I hear nobody kick against it. I never hear nobody kick against it. And Manning and this man come and they come and say Indian arrival day. They still a kick against it. They like we're going on. But everything what Dr. Rowley says is a problem to Wall Street. Then come and run the country for water. Who is the Prime Minister? Who was the Prime Minister? And what I see know, how I bless the bye-bye.
Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, I have one more big box there. I'm a little small. I need to I'm not going to do what I take up. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
but then, I've been a little bit here. Whole year, 9 years. Me and not talking about black this and black that, you know. Then play after that blackness and black consciousness when it comes down to election time. I said a racial wicked thing on. Where we play back at the bottom of the doctor, they come on a platform and say that they're supporting African communities and he in charge for 9 years. You see what person someone in the rural communities and them with the money. But they not me, I don't go by I don't go by the Savannah and and by the Dashiki and Porter, you know. Because I still live in mental slavery under this evil, wicked piano. They do nothing for the community and the black people. I go on by.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Dale, you have a booth in the Savannah displaying the invention of African?
If I have a booth?
A little birdie tell me that you have a booth, I'm not sure. Anyway, Dale, you think you could get a nice spot in overlooking Port of Spain on the Laventille Hill that I can purchase? I love that area.
Why not?
You have a spot? You have a real estate agent?
I know people.
You know people?
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, man, I make it beautiful, you know. And I love the look. I went up at the church. Well, more than once, but I can't drive up there because. But anyway, and there, that has a beautiful view. I don't understand how people could be paying so little for up there, you know. But I think somebody may come and make it expensive real estate. And then people will appreciate it. Have a good day.
Same to you and yours. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. I'm trying to get a piece of clip here while I'm talking to you. Go ahead.
Without life is dead. Life without a structure is unseen. We have become structured, their structure. The builders, to put what in our mind, to go by, and this and that, and we just a structure is dead. Them is the life without a structure is unseen. Them working behind the curtains and doing all the mischief. Understand? And bringing out the big building, the this, the that, the other. Why we must be structure? Why? We have put ourselves right here and we're not coming out of that unless we, our own mind, change from that. As I said here, a structure without life is dead. Life without a structure is unseen. And we will, and our next thing, emancipation then, we shouldn't celebrate that yet unless we change our mind from this from this system, this slavery thing that have us in right now. Then let us celebrate Emancipation Day. Emancipation Day is just a front to make you feel that, you know, everything is everything. Still under the system, still under the slavery thing, still under everything that is making us, that is oppressing us. Let us celebrate that when we come out of that. We're in front of our body.
Same to you. I want to play back that because I know I asked a question yesterday, even with that interview, but I'll find it. I'm just thinking here. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, how are you going?
Hey, they cool. What's up?
You know, I'm asking a question, right? Based on Trinidad base, right? Who you think is some of the most wealthiest people in this country? What race? Tell me, if you could say it off your head. Who you think is some of the most wealthiest people in this country?
Who I think or who I hear people say is the wealthiest. In fact, I know.
Who you hear?
You tell me now.
Who you hear? Who you hear?
You tell me now.
Right. Well, I might have a certain man say, when they look at statistics and they look at businesses, East Indian and the Syrians, right? What I mean, right? But no man out of a certain man say you create opportunities for the rich to get richer, right? He said nothing about helping the poor, you know. That's why when that woman said that man is an Oreo, she know what she was saying and people vex about that, you know. That man black outside and he inside. He don't even care about your own black people, and people need to understand that. People need to understand that. Look at the ministers around that man. Look at the color of the skin. Right? You never see any African ministers so close to that man? No, all of them is Indian and fair skin. So that's sure he even care about his own people and his own cabinet. So I want him to understand that man don't care about none of them in this country. Right? Thanks and have a good day.
I want to play this, but I'm gonna just take this call here. I want to play this video. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Okay, good afternoon to you, my dear.
Good afternoon.
That young lady who just spoke a couple of callers back, I wish she would come on the airways every day and say what she just said, and there is more. I always say they have which part they can't go on this part, and they can't go this part because 7 there and 9 there, and they can't go in their zone and whatnot. And the people who come in to take that land, they're taking all, and they will be able to go everywhere. When will we understand what's the game plan? That place is magical. Besides the beautiful scenery, that place is magical. It has places up there where water is just bubbling up out of the ground.
Okay.
Wasser come and fix it. Back up it comes. That place has an energy. That place up there, Benedict, where that church is up there, that's another place like that in Trinidad here. There are places with energy. Well, it is in Christopher Columbus's logbook that when he was coming in Labrador, wherever he was down there, he saw fire, energy, flashing lights, something looking like lightning, flashing from the heavens down to the earth, up in the hills up there. And that's why he named it the Trinity Hills. And they're going to kill out each other and chase all the old people out and hand it on a silver platter to people who want it. Oh, God. Thank you, my dear.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon again, Dale. Now listen to the lady just now. You know, Dale, the exact thing what is taking place within those communities is the same kind of thing used to go on amongst the Viking communities in Europe. One batch fighting against another batch. And you see, like, they have a batch now saying that how they guaranteeing the community security above the police. It's just history repeating itself. It's the same kind of behavior used to happen in places like New York when mafia now start to come in. They tell you how to pay for protection. But yet, them is the one they're protecting you from themselves. So this is the kind of thing we grasping with in Trinidad and Tobago. And believe me, the ones that understand the value of this place, they feel saddened by the ignorance of those who just don't know what they're doing and just following a culture that's not even theirs. Habits you just pick up because it look nice. You know, they tell you all that glitters is not gold. It was glittering all the while when you now see it. And when you do end up taking a bite, you're like the bear rabbit and the tar baby. You hook and you go cook. That's the way they go. And the ones who saying that Trinidad, nothing happening in Trinidad, them is Stevie Wonder cousin. They're blind like that. Have a good afternoon.
Same to you and yours. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Brother Dale.
Good afternoon.
And how are you?
I'm fine. How are you going?
That's good. Brother Dale, I want to bring something to your attention. Right now, somebody already buy out the land in Laventille. And they came around telling people to come in and see how they could buy their piece of land. And I think the MP, Mr. Hines, is representing people. But I'm not sure. You could do your own research on it. That is one. Two, everybody, well, I should say black people know that Dr. Rowley not giving black people nothing. If your father and my father never leave nothing for we, why we blaming Dr. Rowley? How the Chinese people ain't doing it? How the Syrian people ain't doing it? Why black people just want people just to come and give them money, only get education? UNC was in power for 5 or 10 years, only went to school under UNC? Why is everything only one Dr. Rowley come and clean all the yard? Dr. Rowley throw away the water from the mosquito. Dr. Rowley to mine all your mother. Dr. Rowley to mine all your fat. What is really going on? Why everything we gimme? We just leave and go to America and hold 2 and 3 jobs. Why we can't get for ourselves? Why we can't get for ourselves? I invented slavery. This wicked, evil government. What they want? Blame all your father for having 9 and 10 and 15 children and then mining them. And all your mother to come on TV and beg. That's what I do. I get so fed up. Right through. All the blaming a black man and all the black. All the white people ain't doing that. All the Syrian people ain't doing that. They are smaller details. Nobody don't know when you are corned beef in your house to eat or nothing to eat. But the black man, give me. And this wicked evil government and me under mental slavery. You are yourself under mental slavery. You are yourself. There when all of you was going to school, August, we said go and do little work, cut little grass, do little thing, and we surviving. Why would they want this gimme gang? Brother Dale, have a blessed evening.
Sharp like a two-edged sword, by yoy. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dale.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
That man who knows talk there, oh God, you preach, boy. You preach. Amen. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Bye.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dale. A regular listener, boy, we're not a regular caller. But some of the callers force me. These the people were talking, these people will travel outside and go and look for work and things. Jesus, guy. But among the stupidness, I thought education would do them fellas something, them people something, you know. Is that one that's called from some to macaco, what they call him? Education really demote them people, you know, boy. Because they said years we spent outside there and had to fight to make something made. And I ain't calling with nobody outside there, no. I make it through the night and through the day. Because I work hard for what I wanted. And I achieve it and I still pass back to some of them when I was outside there. And they appreciate what I did. I leave here, go there, qualify there, and pass back some of the knowledge to themselves, and then I'll come here and I'll bring it here for myself. And I feel proud about that. And this set of numbskulls sitting down here and only talk to a set of foolishness in this country all the day. Every day, dotishness, nothing to uplift your wife. If we keep on going, so it could be terrible for our generation listening to them people, you know. Dotishness does cause obscurity in countries. Till you have a good afternoon, boy. And never hear so much ratata in a long time. Have a nice day, Dave. I go on.
I asked yesterday the chairman a very important question. And she answered it. Let me just see something here. Yeah, she answered it. And I want to play back that answer in a very few. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My brother.
What's up, man?
Listen, I heard some people make some valuable contribution this evening. No, I was born in Lavender. The property that we have in Lavender, if you go in that property, it is the best piece of property in Lavender. Look around, you're seeing Hilton Hotel, you look straight ahead, you see the Queen's Park Savannah, you look a little to the left, you see the whole sea, you see Carnage, you go to, well, you see in the front, you wouldn't see in the back, so you go to the back of the house, you see the whole of Piaco, you see St. Benedict, and everything. People come and ask for that, but they want to pay $9 million for a piece of property. It is built on a rock. On a rock, it is built on a rock. If you dig anywhere around that house, you can't find a building at all. It was built on a rock. I don't know how my grandmother find that place to get a piece of it. And in those days, you could have get it. And everybody was. I don't know why people want to listen, man. All you live in KFC. You always want something. You get up and go and get something. You have children. Children that you have to sweat. You have to work to get the things that you want. Everything I want this, I want that, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want that. If I run in a organization, I would try to look for a place to have an office. I won't start an organization and ask the government to give me. The Pan Trimbago is something that is very important in Trinidad and Tobago, so we get a piece of property. And in the post office area is the ideal place. It's the buildings they're doing nothing, so we're going to rehabilitate the place. Fix up the place properly. I don't know what wrong with people. What all they want? Everything all they want is all they want that, but all they want to do nothing at all. Come on. How about all the children looking at all your grandfather, all your grandfather and grandmother ain't doing nothing. They work as the dock. They mind all about the place. Half all your children, all your grandfather ain't leave nothing for you at all. All you start a new life. Start a new trend in life. People like KFC and others, and all the land country, rile up all over that sort of stupid talk, and the man below the bridge in Wall Street. What's by that thing he from? I from Lavender, I never know him before. Get out the outside, Mr. under the bridge in Wall Street. Nobody wants to say with the split dip for that. That's the only word you know, split dip for that. That's the thing you know in the university.
Keep it to the contribution. Caller, good afternoon, welcome. God. What's going on here, boy? Right. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Dale.
Good afternoon.
Dale, reparations is alive and well because we're coming up on emancipation. Right? And all who want to talk about go and work for it, let me just tell you something, right? I have worked very hard. And I understand it's not everybody could be the way I might be. Highly motivated and everything. But reparations issues are alive and well. And let me say this. The white people, they have done a lot of despicable things in this world. And they gave themselves 40 acres and a mule. And they didn't have to do nothing to get it more than be wicked and mean. And they have advanced and they have brain-stained the world against God's chosen people. So we want back our stuff and we don't want anybody to tell us about how hard we have to work, level the playing field, and then let us all talk about everybody working hard. Because the issue of the reparations is real. The people, the young people now, they are experiencing all the ills from what was done back in the 18 and 1700, whatever it was. Right? The way that people parent now, long ago, during Jim Crow and during all those racist rules they had to follow, when the little boy went to town with his mother, the African mother, she had to say, stay here, and would beat up on the child if he went too far, within 2 feet from her foot. The white children, they could run all over the place. And right now, the way our grandparents parented us, they parented us because that is the way their parents parented them. A white fella came from Canada recently. The young African boys, they have this feeling that the white man will provide the answers and will probably set them free. You and I could go up there? Why do you think they welcome him and they carried him and showed him everything? How many of you all in Trinidad here would even take the chance to go there? Even if it had a team of 5 of you all ain't going. So this whole color code and the brain stain that is existing is alive and well today. Let us not fool ourselves. And let me get to this point now. What is the reason why you all have to be arguing with one another back and forth? All the Indian brothers and sisters in this country, all of you all are black, or African, or whatever they want to call. The white people don't see you all any other way. But just because they have treated God's chosen people a certain way, you all don't want to be lumped that all they're black. All they're black. But let me ask all that question. What are you arguing about? It is simple to run the country. This wonderful Trinidad and Tobago, the best place in the whole wide world to live in, all things considered. What is it so difficult to run it? All the people want is to be able to have reasonable opportunities. So here's what we need to do. First and foremost, the people want a better traffic system. They don't want to be caught up in the traffic every day. What's so hard about fixing that? We could put our head to the wheel and fix that. Everybody who wants to have a job, go to work on time, all the time. And go to work and get your fair day's pay. But no, because the road and the traffic is a mess. And certain people who are supposed to behave competent, not fixing it, they have to suck up to all the irresponsible behavior of the people who are the employees. Because every day, the children have to get up 4:30 with their parents to get to school for 8 o'clock. And then they have to stay awake and go back in the same traffic again in the afternoon. That is what the people want to be fixed, have fixed. That's what they want fixed. You know what they want fixed again? They want clean water in the pipe. They want regular water in the pipe. If you go to New York, in Brooklyn, in the Boogie Down Bronx, in the 5 boroughs of New York State, city, not one day water gone.
Coming from
not
London.
one day dirty water in the pipe. And if that is happening, you're notified that there is going to be some sort of works going on and the water condition is going to change. You're paying for water in this country and you're not even getting the water.
Coming for London, coming for London.
It is easy to run the country.
Thank you very much.
What is all of this big?
I didn't listen to what I tell you now. I understand you have the contributions, but you have to keep your contributions to fair. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dale the Voice.
Good afternoon.
Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon, everybody on the street 919. Gail, I have a little problem with my phone here and getting it live. It's about a month now I never get the chance to text in. I went and checked my provider in Princess Sunday. You know where the press, they get, I only get a live radio. But before I get it live, I wonder if it's your end or by me.
Most likely going to be on your end because everybody else is, yeah.
Okay. You see, I like to talk, watch and talk now, Dale, you know, understand? So, Dale, good program as usual.
Come on.
Hey, Dale, I have a next problem. Last year, I walk High Street from the bottom of High Street, you know San Fernando, I'm from San Fernando, and to the top. And, you know, I just like to join in the dance with the little African Dale. And me, I see a Dakishi from the bottom of High Street to the top. I hope this year I get one to buy. So, Dale, nice program as usual. I enjoyed.
Yeah, man.
The caller number is very, very interesting today.
Yeah.
So, Dale, thanks for taking my call. I say use the only man to take my call quicker and the rest. So, good afternoon to the street people. Love you all. Love.
Yeah, man. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, Dale, good afternoon.
I feel like all your block pan at all, you know.
Yeah, Dale.
Yeah.
All right. Two things on a touchdown. Rapid rain. We spent millions of dollars in a feasible study. The rapid rain, meaning that the feasible study is the thing where and how the line's going to run, what sort of a rail itself will be used, and how it be thing. All these things was done. What going with that? Blame the government. Then we had the next point that he was making, though. What was the next point he was talking about? What are the utilities? Right now was bankrupt. Right now we're not really paying the proper rates for water and electricity and all these things that the government usually subsidize. In United States, you have to pay a full brunt for electricity, heat. In certain areas, certain states, you have to pay for heat, you have to pay for electricity, you have to pay for everything, and you have to pay it on time, and they're cutting you on time too. We don't get that. So while we may be complaining, yes, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I was better meant that you had to have water 24 and whatever thing. That's the reason why I'm going to pay more property tax and whatever taxes I think. If Wassa asked me to pay more for water, I want better service from Wassa. So that is why I was thinking with these people and them going around who does set the price and say that we're raising the rates for these utilities. They have to talk to us. Because if TNTech is talking about increasing the rates, because TNTech, they are not in trouble to anything, whatever thing. First of all, TNTech has to ensure that I get proper service from them. Same goes to Wassa. But if you're asking me to pay more, how I can give you more and I don't get water and I had to wait for water? All this is nonsense. So that to fix that first, and that is all said and done. But the real thing I want to talk about, then you know that when they announced that they abolished the slavery, it took years after before we were truly freed. Here was one of the reasons why. Because Master and them was saying, if we let go them slave and them no money, we lost it. So what we had was to do like a little, they take a little while before the thing. They like 1 year they say they abolish it, they tell the next year, they really sign off on it and they agree to it. Two, then they said that the slaves had was to work to help offset them costs. So we was working like an indentural laborship kind of thing that they're paying you small money for big labor. They do all of that. But here what, right? Then them steal us, they kidnap us, which is against the law. That is a criminal act. In the process, some of us were murdered. Some of us the women were raped. The men was do some of the most gruesome things that it's too disgraceful to talk about. Any human being should be treated like. And now that we just come in and stand up, like, listen, we understand what it is going on, and we asking for these people and them to account, because Lloyds and them make billions of us, and their families are rich for generations upon generations. You know. The United Kingdom economy stood tall on what it did to the Africans by bringing them into the Caribbean and how they treat them over the years. You know. So why should we be recognized and get, you know, at least something back? We were investors in all the business too. We played a big part to play with Mrs. Labour. So that is my point on that. Dale, good program again. Thank you very much.
Y'all take a look at this very quickly. We'll just put this up here. Of the Emancipation Support Committee.
Yes.
I think coming from you.
Yes.
Just to give me in terms of a briefing, because I want to go somewhere with it in terms of some people might say, okay, yeah, the Emancipation Village, yeah, normal thing, Emancipation right around the corner, they're doing what they have to do, and that's it. But what it is to really, truly be emancipated?
Yeah, so emancipation is the liberation of our people. Now, when we talk about now, so for us to understand emancipation, you have to understand what happened to us.
Right.
Right? So you are living on a continent, you have your own civilization, you're developing as yourself, you have your empires, your society is organized. People talk about, in those days, there would also Africans enslaved each other. But that what happened is, just like in most societies, you have conflict, you have wars and so on. Right. So for example, if this group had an encounter with another group, and one of them won, they would take the defeated would become part of that new group, and they would serve them.
Right.
Serving people is different from being enslaved, because those servants eventually rose. There are many of them who actually rose to the levels of royalty, and so within those same groups.
Right.
Enslavement is a totally different concept. You understand? And therefore, you had people, strangers who did not look anything like us, coming to the shores, trying to bargain, deal with people because they want to understand this place, become part of it. But they didn't just want to come as tourists. Right. They wanted to come to take what you had. And therefore, the whole game of, you know, manipulation and those things took place. And like in any society, you would have had people who would have fell victim and cooperate. I'm not saying that. Who would have cooperated with white people? And sometimes you have to understand, when people face in a situation, a lot of us say things, you face in a situation, die or cooperate. Eh? Have your family killed or do what I say. The most of us, no matter how we talking now, going down, we cooperating. Yes? So you would have had ones who may have stood up, but they would have lost their lives. Yeah. So what we are coming out of is a space where, as a people, invaders came in and started to capture our peoples and chain them and bring them to another place to become enslaved people. Yeah. A space where you cannot speak your language, where you are disconnected from your spirituality, where you are disconnected from your culture, and you are made to believe that all that you know and believe is less, is not as good, it is inferior, because these people who are doing this are superior. Yes? Some of us are going to stand up like a Kunta Kinte and fight for that name. Right. Some of us might believe, wait, these people look different, they must be really superior. Look at their God looks like them, so they must be superior. Yes? And humble and decide, I want to become part of that. All of that is reality, you know. Right. We must put ourselves back in time and space and just understand as how human beings react to the situation. Yeah. So I will be nice to my master because I wanted to treat my children good. You understand? I would, and people, yes, you're a treater, yes, but I study in survival because I'm not the warrior in the community. Communities have warriors. And then you have those just ordinary people in the society who all they want to do is to live, is to survive. Yeah. And they're doing anything to survive. Even if it's to cooperate with the enemy. Yes, this is reality, and we know that from living. So our liberation is about us understanding our history in the first place. And then knowing what we need to reclaim so that we can become ourselves again. Because we have been transformed into beings that were told not to like who you are.
Right.
You were transformed into beings that told you were ugly because your nose did not look like an European nose. You were told that something is wrong with your hair because it did not, and we grew up like that.
That's true.
Many of us lived those experiences. I lived those experiences as a child. Yeah? And then the Black Power movement came around and said black is beautiful.
Yeah.
But we never thought that when you were this complexion and had features like mine, you were beautiful. You were not in the beauty category because you're watching TV and all the beautiful people, is white people with golden hair, and your dolls. You know what I'm saying? So that is part of the liberation movement. Accepting my features are beautiful features because I am an African woman. I love my hair.
True.
You understand?
True.
My spirituality is not devil worship, which is what we were also told. You understand? So you come into my space. This is my spirituality. This is my connection with the spiritual. This is my connection with nature. This is my connection with the unknown. This is how I do it. You do it a different way. I have no problem with how you do it, but you can't tell me that my own is devilish because it doesn't conform with yours.
Yeah.
We have to free our minds of all those things. And you can still, even after you free your mind, choose how you want to worship, but you must not consider your traditional form of worship to be of the devil because someone who is a Christian told you that. We have to be careful about those things. We have to not say, drum, we afraid that. Don't play no drum near me. I remember, I'll tell you a personal story. When at one time, I had a store. And we opened the store. I used to do fabric design before. Right. And I opened my store in Frederick Street and I invited my mother to come. And she said, once I told her to jump, she said, she's not coming.
Wow.
You understand? Because, and this is not in the 20th century, So I'm just saying, all of these little things, we have to get rid of that.
Yeah. And I think knowledge is power.
You need the knowledge.
Knowledge is power. And that is, so I just wanted to get that in terms of that question. What is to truly be emancipated? And we have a lot of issues, We have a lot of things that have been taking place and that have been going on within the society, and we truly haven't been able to emancipate ourselves from a lot of things. But it starts with us at the end of the day. So it's kind of be hurtful to sit down and listen to some of the contributions, when we're talking about this one is black and this one Indian and this one white and this one Syrian and up next the news. So you all stay tuned for that. News is up next, and we go from there. See, I have a minute. I'm seeing the calls coming in there, but I can't answer. Let me see if I could take one quickly. Go ahead, just now. Let me see, take it very quickly because, in fact, it's not making sense because it's just like about 50-something seconds. Yeah, it's about 50-something seconds. I won't do that. All right, so up next is the news. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. Let me see.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. As we transition into summer, we continue to talk politics, current events, entertainment, and what's trending while balancing the talk with some of your favorite tunes, both old and new. Our purpose is to keep you informed and edify you, as well as to give you food for thought on the current affairs of this nation and the world. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM every day, all day. Our on-air numbers are 342-0081 and 75391. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Street 919 FM. YouTube, IWER TV.
The Street 919 FM.
Share the life. Share the life.
Are you just tired of bad news in your communities, TV screens, and newspapers? Well, I have good news for you. Introducing Positive Corner with Naka every Tuesday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Highlighting young, vibrant, and future stars spreading our nation's banner across the world. Telling their story about their journey to success and overcoming the negativities that plagues our land. Come, let's sit, discuss, have a few laughs, but at the same time learn something new. Every Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Positive Corner, where challenges are opportunities for growth.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, oh God. Oh God, as we pray. Oh.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your glory.
It's emancipation time again. Come join us as we commemorate 186 years of emancipation with the 2024 Pan-African Festival TT, commemorating emancipation at Lich, Yasu Omowali Emancipation Village, Queen's Park, Savannah, from July 27th to August 2nd. Come and shop at the biggest African market in the Caribbean, where you'll find the largest collection of African-inspired art, craft, jewelry, clothing, education, materials, and food. Enjoy 6.5 days of activities for everyone, including workshops for children, entertainment, jazz, pan, tambu bambu, calypso, rapso, reggae, dancing, and drumming. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Admission free until 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., entrance fee $40. Children under 12 free. Let's meet up at the Village, July 27th to August 2nd. The Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, moving forward with our heads up.
It's been a long time.
Explosion.
May I present for my people them?
Summer.
Ladies, if you love alkaline streams,
Day.
It's just a new thing, a new generation. That's what I say.
The biggest dancehall concert in the country is back. On Saturday, August 10th, we head to the concert capital, Queen's Park, Savannah, for the greatest concert experience of your life. Magnum Explosion Summer Stage presents Generations, the journey of dancehall. Get ready to take flight with our all-star cast performing live. Alkaline.
Hey, Trinidad, August 10th, we're going on a journey. The journey of dancehall. Queen's Park, Savannah. Summer State Generation. Hey, Magnum Explosion. Make them know, you know. Live performance by Alkaline.
Alkaline.
Hold up. Remember me tell you, say no fit trust Babylon. Them no know justice, them a bogus. One bag of workers,
The most talked about concert of 2023 is back again. Get your tickets now. Saturday, August 10th, Magnum Explosion Summer Stage presents Generations.
Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. And joining me
will be Little Mike as we discuss tips on taking you from zero health to optimum health using different protocols and techniques. Trinidad and Tobago. Join us every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. on the Street 91.9 FM for
Health Talk with Big Mike. It's not where it is, it's here it is. Boom!
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. Everybody just share the live. All on Facebook, share the live. All on IG, share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Everybody just share the live. You listening? Listen up.
On Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. I want everybody to share the live. Downtown Posse Afi, share the live. Uptown Posse Afi, share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Everybody just share the live. Tobago, share the live.
The following is a paid program. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You are listening to the Street 919 FM. Stay with us for news, interviews, and commentary that shape our democracy. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919 FM. Are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM. News from the Street 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon, I am Dale Edwards and this is the 4 p.m. news on the Street 919 FM, broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and our brand new mobile app on the Street 919 FM on your favorite app store. And now the headlines. SRP granted bail for sexual offenses against minor. A Rapuch man gunned down outside San Fernando Casino. Resident states gangs keep St. Paul Street safe. In Port of Spain City, police reports 537 cars wrecked. Internationally, Israeli military recovers 5 and hostages' bodies in Gaza. Bail of $185,000 was granted to a 52-year-old Special Reserve Police officer charged with sexual offenses against a minor by a master of the High Court on July 22nd. Police Constable Kenneth Hazel, last attached to the Eastern Division Community-Oriented Policing Section, appeared before Master Shabik Kazabun, charged with 1 sexual count of sexual touching and 5 counts of sexual penetration against a minor. He was granted bail on the condition that he relocated to the Toko district immediately, stayed at least 50 feet away from the victim, and did not have any direct or indirect contact with the victim. A status hearing is scheduled for May 15, 2025, and the sufficiency hearing is scheduled for June 19, 2025. Hazel is alleged to have sexually touched the victim between May 2022 and July 2022. He's also alleged to have had sexual intercourse with the victim 5 times before or between January 2nd, 2024 and July 4th, 2024. A South Rapuch man was gunned down on July 24th after leaving a San Fernando casino. Witness told police Ricky Loach, 58, that came out of V's Members Club around 11 p.m. and got into his white Toyota Axio car. At the same time, a man got out of the back seat of a white Nissan Tida that was parked nearby and shot at him. The gunman then jumped into the driver's seat of the Tida and drove off. They found Loach dead in the driver's seat, and police claimed a professional gambler from Mondesir, South Orupuch. District Medical Officer Dr. Dancing pronounced him dead and ordered his body removed, pending an autopsy at the Forensic Sciences Center, St. James. Investigations are ongoing. In further news, known for several shootings, high-powered weapons, and other gang-related activities, the residents of St. Paul Street says that the gangs actually keep them safe. In a recent incident, police officers Shakala Charles was on patrol in the East Dry River area on July 22nd, responding to a shooting at St. Paul Street, where unfortunately was shot in the chest in a shootout. Another man identified as Karen George of East Dry River was also wounded in the attack. They were both taken to the General Hospital, and some residents gave their reservations on how they felt about the current situation. One stated that it was difficult for shopkeepers to retain goods due to delivery drivers being robbed on numerous occasions, where they are now reluctant to do business in the area. Another said the gang leader worked better than the police, where they felt comfortable to leave their doors open because of the strict rules implemented that no one is to break in or steal in their community, or they will have to answer to the boss. Another woman said the stigma was unfair as no one outside of the community knew exactly how things work. She said the gangs helped ensure law and order in the area. They also implied that police were targeting residents after the shooting. Nothing, it was not the first time experiencing situations like that, and it had colored his opinion of the police. Councillor for St. Anne's River Central, Esther Sylvester, said she was reluctant to comment on the claims by residents that gangs keep them safe, as she had heard the opposite from some of her burgesses. Acting Sergeant Ravi Maharaj, supervisor of towing operations in Port of Spain, reported since wrecking has resumed on May 29th, police were able to impound 537 vehicles and also issued 30 fixed penalty notices. Since wrecking has resumed, drivers have become more obedient to the parking signs in the city. Taxi drivers were also anticipating for wrecking to resume since their taxi stands were used as parking spaces. Mayor for Port of Spain, Mr. Chinua Allen, stated resuming wrecking was necessary as the city prepared for the rainy season and said emergency vehicles, in particular ambulances and fire tenders, must also be able to travel through the city. Murad said the city police are meeting their goal of enforcing traffic laws and alleviating traffic congestion, and also warned drivers to pay attention to the traffic signs. Let's take a look at international news. On Wednesday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu referred frequently to the fate of the hostages in his address to the U.S. Congress, but he gave no clue as to whether a deal with Hamas to secure their release in return for a ceasefire and prisoners exchange was close. His failure to give more hope to the families and friends of the missing did not go unnoticed. Opposition leader Yair Lapid called the speech a sham, adding that Mr. Netanyahu spoke for an hour without saying there will be a hostage deal. Hostages' relatives who watched the speech on screen set up in what is known as a hostages square in central Tel Aviv also reacted with anger and dismay. Shortly afterwards, the kibbutz Zim of Ner Uz and Ner Yitzhak announced in separate statements that they had been informed of the recovery of Ms. Goren and Sergeant Goldin's body. Now let's take a look at sports and the weather. The parents of teenage golf tenants Jada Charles and Chloe Ajoda are calling on the Trinidad and Tobago Golf Association to explain a female player shooting a score of 12 over or better is automatically selected for the national team. A female player with the best 4 scores on the 16 over par will be selected automatically for the national team, with other players being decided upon by the selectors. If no player shoots the automatic score, the selection committee reserves the right to select the national team and past performances representing Trinidad and Tobago. According to the criteria, the selection committee, in making the decision, will examine discipline, teamwork, punctuality, and scores in past national tournaments. With Ajuda and Charles having 4 scores and finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively, their fathers, Junior Charles and David Ajuda, started asking questions. Ajuda revealed that based on the criteria, both Chloe and Jada had already played 5 and 6 rounds respectively. The criteria is the best 4 rounds out of 8 rounds. Chloe and Jada finished 2nd and 3rd respectively. However, during the men's trial, the pattern of participation was similar to that of the women, with no players playing more than 2 trials. Well, that's all for sports. Let's take a look at the weather. For the period this afternoon and tonight, Trinidad and Tobago will experience partly cloudy, hazy, at times breezy conditions are expected, with occasional light to moderate showers occurring in various localities. There's also medium chance of isolated heavy showers and thunderstorms. Some cloudiness will persist overnight with few showers, and take note that gusty winds and street flooding may occur near heavy showers and thunderstorms. A significant concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, and persons who are sensitive to the change in air quality are advised to take the necessary precautions. Also, the adverse weather alert has been discontinued. Also, the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, sunny, hazy, and breezy conditions are expected. Despite a few showery interruptions tonight, will be fair but hazy with a brief shower at times. So the max forecast in Trinidad will be 31 degrees Celsius, and in Tobago will be also 31 degrees Celsius. The seas are moderate with waves up to 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Let's take a quick recap on the headlines. SRP granted bail for sexual offenses against minor. Oropich man gunned down. Resident states gangs keep St. Paul Street safe. Port of Spain City police reports 537 cars wrecked. And internationally, Israeli military recovers 5 hostages' bodies in Gaza. And that's all for today's news. At 4 p.m. up next, CC and Heavy Duty Feature Talk. Do have a wonderful afternoon.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
Future of Talk with TC and Heavy Duty, where today's conversations create tomorrow's reality on the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
I shame for them, politicians. Like old Poppy, they just treat me when time to run for election. All this dog treatment is done. And what make the thing a joke, like the tricksters always work. They ill-treat the puppy, beat the puppy, then they come to folks. Doggy look a bone, doggy look a bone, doggy look a bone, doggy look a bone. After election, all the bone done. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it. Doggy suck. All through the years, we shared in tears. They too busy. They can't see me. Time to depend on we both. So then, just so we and them is friends. Stop it to say howdy do. Shaking hand with me and you. They will hug your granny, kiss your baby, while we dribble too. Doggy look a bone. Doggy look a bone, look a bone. Doggy look a bone. Doggy look a bone, look a bone. After election, all the bone done. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it. Doggy song.